Let's move on to our fifth and final main topic today. And our fifth and final main topic today gets submitted to us by Yusef F, who writes, the Martian author Andy Weir's next novel has signed on Lord and Miller to direct, with Ryan Gosling set to star in it. I loved The Martian, you, me both, brother. Do you think Lord and Miller can recapture the magic of that film? All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, man. And just to clarify what Yusef is saying, so Andy Weir, the author of The Martian, of course, then Ridley Scott took that movie, made it with Matt Damon, and that movie is freaking awesome. I never read the book. My wife did. She said the book is fantastic. I know a few people have read the book. They say the book is fantastic, all that kind of stuff. Now, Andy Weir has written a new novel called Project Hail Mary, which sounds a little similar, I suppose, to what The Martian is. It's a solo astronaut in space, but this time he's on a desperate mission to save the world. Anyway, this comes to us from Andy Weir, who writes, directing power duo Phil Lord and Chris Miller have been tapped by MGM to direct the film adaptation of The Martian author Andy Weir's upcoming novel called Project Hail Mary. Variety first reported the news on Friday. The project has been in the works since March, when the studio scooped up Weir's forthcoming Project Hail Mary, as the book is known, for a cool 7-figure deal. Lord and Miller's partnership with Amy Pascal, which earned them an Oscar for animated feature as producers on 2018's hit Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, helped them get the director's fast dibs on the project. So, according to the reports that we're seeing here, we are going to, in fact, see Amy Pascal, who produced for them on Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, won them an Academy Award. She's also the producer on this movie. She got Lord and Miller connected to it. I don't know much about the story, other than what they have been saying in the reports. Project Hail Mary is about a lone astronaut by his lonesome, which is apparently going to be played by Ryan Gosling, who also, by the way, reportedly said he pitched the idea of getting Lord and Miller involved in this as well. Now, I don't believe they've been in the director's chair since they got fired off of Solo. I think since they got fired off Solo, I don't think they've directed anything. So this would be a return for them. And Amy Pascal wanted these guys. They made it happen. So now we're going to get them to doing it. Listen, I don't know much about the story, but I do know that the story of The Martian was remarkable, and I loved it. And what Ridley Scott did there was fantastic. Can Lord and Miller replicate what Ridley Scott did with Andy Weir's material? I don't see why not. I certainly believe it's going to be funny, because these guys know funny really well. I know they can work as producers, but it's going to be interesting to see them get back into that saddle again of the director's chair, after their last experience was that of Solo. And listen, I do personally, Rob, I know it's not the popular thing to say, but I do personally put a lot of the blame of that situation on Lord and Miller. Listen, as much as I love Lord and Miller, the fact of the matter is they started making a movie that Lucasfilm never agreed to in the first place. They agreed to make one kind of movie. They started making another movie. And they eventually got kicked off the project. Whatever. I've been fascinated to see these guys get back in the saddle again to see what they can do. And I think a project like this sounds very exciting to me. Put in Ryan Gosling, who, you'd forgive me, but it sounded a little bit like they were talking about First Man. Ryan Gosling's playing a solo astronaut, huh? Okay. Yeah, we've seen that movie before. But I think there's nothing bad about this. I think this is just exciting stuff from top to bottom. But anyway, Rob, you about hear this report. What do you think about Project Hail Mary and having Lord and Miller attached to it?
Well, look, The Martian, especially the extended version, is one of my favorite movies of the last decade. I mean, bar none. I loved it. I thought it was a terrific, people would say, well, there's stuff that was left out of the book, but I thought it was a terrific adaptation of the book. I love Ryan Gosling. I love Lord and Miller. They've made some great movies. Although it does sound a little like Ad Astra, kind of, and I was a little disappointed by that. But I'm all for this. I mean, it sounds terrific to me. One of the things, though, I worry about him, it's a solo movie. I mean, 21 and 22 Jump Street were so great. The chemistry, the buddy cop, all of that, I loved. And I would love to see that kind of, that camaraderie, that kind of comedic interplay. But, hey, if Gosling himself said they should make it, then maybe they're all on the same page and we're going to get something really special. And all you have to say to me, dude, is space, and I'll watch it.
Space, and I'm in. How about Space Force? Does that get you in? You're in for that too. All right. Well, so
I
the trailer was great,
dude. If I wasn't too old, I'd join the Space Force tomorrow. I wouldn't even have to go to a recruiting center. Just sign me up. I'll walk right in.
This question here is for you guys. What do you think about the sounds of this project? And what do you think about the fact that we got Lord and Miller now stepping in? First film we're going to see them directing in a while. I think this is pretty exciting. Maybe you have some apprehension about it. Jump down into the comments section below and let us know what you guys think about that. All right, guys.